Hello, hi, and howdy, and happy freaking Saturday. How is everybody out there? Hello, Ida Anson, Roseanne Mossman, Craig W9CFW, Josh Kinder Fortnite, and Dirty Old Man. How's everybody doing out there tonight? And Josh, just so you know, I've not had a chance to enter that command into Nightbot yet, though I will. I'll probably do that tonight. I just haven't been home long enough to get it done, sir. But I will take care of that for you, and we'll get that done. Just wanted to let you know that it wasn't done yet, but I am working on it. So hopefully everybody's having a great Saturday out there. We're back out doing our normal thing tonight. Well, it ain't really tonight yet, but it's working on it. It's 7 p.m. here on the eastern side. The evening is coming, for sure. And we'll see what that brings as it comes. There's Mr. Fubar on patrol. How you doing, Mr. Fubar? Good to see you out there. Hopefully you're feeling a damn sight better, sir. Well, I'll tell you what, Mother Nature sure poured the heat on today. She likes it hot, and so do I. I'm not complaining, by the way. If it sounds like I'm complaining over the heat, I'm not. Just telling you it's hot. I like it hot. Much better than being cold. Definitely trade chill bumps for 10 gallons of sweat any day. I don't like to be cold. Ubar said, much better, well, better than being dead. Well, how do you know? You ain't been dead yet. You don't know if it's any better or not. I'm just saying. We assume death is worse. Compared to some days, the life I've had to live, I would challenge that thought, though. Do you have your I don't know if you have your link handy out there, Fubar, if you could paste it into the chat there. For anybody out there that doesn't know, hell, we only got 6 people in here. I think Roseanne has that link. If you have that Cash App link, could you post that Fubar's Cash App link in the chat out there, Roseanne? I would sure appreciate that if you could do it. Sorry about that. They were having a conversation. I didn't want to be all loud and annoy them with all of our windows down there at the light. In case you didn't know, Fubar has recently had a heart attack. He is doing much better. He should be out of the hospital here shortly, in the next day or two. And hopefully, with any luck, he'll be back to streaming next week. However, he's going through some tough personal problems in his personal life. And as most of us are facing financial difficulty, he absolutely is. So if you have it and you are able, and you're able to help Fubar out, please look up his Cash App and do what you can for him. Poor feller needs the help, all the help that he can get in a rough spot. And guys, you know that's what we're here for. So if you can and you're able, please take care of that. And if somebody could get that link and throw it in the chat out there, I would greatly appreciate it. I don't have any way of doing it from here, but there you go. There's the link. That way, if you can and you're able, Mr. Fubar could sure use the help. Hello, Daisy. I see you out there. How you doing today? Good to see you. Thanks for dropping by and saying hello. Always good to see you out there. We're always happy to have you here for sure. And here we are back out and about doing our normal thing. I know it's been a few weeks. I apologize for that, guys. I've just been busy. There's EJ71 says hello from California. Hello back to California from Ohio. How you doing this fine, wonderful Saturday out there? I almost said Friday. I'm kind of stuck a day behind. Bill187, how you doing tonight, sir? Good to see you. Calamity Girl, hello. Hootie Hoo, she said, how you doing tonight? Good to see you. Lou's Cunt says, sup, T-Dog. Same shit, different day. Lou, how the hell are you doing, sir? It's good to see you and good to have you out there. I'm glad you're here, man. Hope everybody's having a great Saturday. Get back out and drive around some. Something we haven't done in a few weeks here. Hello, Lisa. How you doing today? She said, busy. Right, I have been there, done that. I promise you. It is good to see you out there, though. Life tends to get in the way of all the things I would like to do and forces me to be responsible and shit. I know we all hate that, but, you know, it kind of comes with growing up. You know, when you grow up, you have to do certain things. And, of course, YouTube has to come second. So that's what happened, guys. I just got busy. I apologize, but we're back at it. Thank you, Calamity Girl. I appreciate the thumbs up, and I sure appreciate you popping in and saying hello. Always good to see you. Welcome here anytime. Oh, that's right. Calamity Girl is the one with the cooking channel out there, isn't she? Somebody get that link out there in the chat so they know where to find her. If somebody wouldn't mind throwing that out there for me, I would greatly appreciate it. Hey, Jane, how you doing tonight, baby sis? Good to see you out there. Hopefully you're having a good Saturday, too. How's the hellions out there, the nieces and the nephews? Hopefully everybody out there is doing all right. Josh Kinder Fortnite, hello to you. Did you hear what I said earlier? You may not have. I'll tell you one more time. I have not yet had a chance to get into my Nightbot program to change it, to add that for you, Josh, but I will. But I will state it out loud right now. Anybody who is messaging Josh Kinder Fortnite in the chat, please use all caps. He has a problem seeing and doesn't see very well. And if you use all caps, it makes it a lot easier for him to read. So if you're talking directly to him, please hit your caps lock button and type it in. That way he's able to read it better. We would sure appreciate that. I'm going to program my Nightbot to say that every so often. I haven't yet. I haven't had a chance to sit down and take care of it yet, Josh, but I will, sir. Oh, let's see here. It makes me curious. I see all that written here. I'm going to pull over right here and take a look here. EJ71 said, wish we had more real auditors out there like you, man. So far, you're the only one who doesn't clout chase and harass for the YouTube green. Well, you know, what I learned a long time ago, EJ, is I ain't never going to be rich, and I damn sure don't plan to do it by being a YouTuber. I can promise you that. I'm out here for the real reasons, you know. Whether there's any money to be made or not, it's kind of irrelevant, you know. Hello, Brent. How you doing out there? Good to see you out there. And I do appreciate that, EJ. That is a huge compliment, and I do appreciate it. Thank you. I'm glad that you see the difference, that I'm not trying to be like certain people and trying to do things a little bit different. Jeebus, Chris, how you doing tonight? Good to see you out there. I hope you and Sarah are doing fine. Back at it, he said, whoop, whoop. That's right. We're back out on the road. We'll see what we see tonight. Saturday night in Irontown. We'll see how it goes. Bill said, Terry, did you get my night ball? I don't think I did, Bill. I don't think I did. I'll have to do that. I'll do that soon, man. I'm sorry. I'll do that when I do Josh's. I apologize. For the last 2 or 3 weeks, I've been so busy, man. I've been busier than a cat covering up shit on Sand Rock, son. I haven't had time to do much. Well, I did a lot, but I mean, I haven't had time to do much with YouTube. I've not even been like on YouTube. I haven't even been in chats and on the channels I normally am. I've just been too busy. But I will get to it, sir. Lynn Willow, how you doing tonight? Good to see you out there. Oh, thank you, EJ. I appreciate that. You know, I've found that some of these auditors, and not all, because I don't want people to think I'm broad brushing. I'm not. There are some decent auditors out there, but the problem is some of them are out there to get a reaction. They go out, they cause a reaction, and then they video that and act like assholes. They're not really auditors. They're just assholes. You know, and me, I'm not an asshole. I don't know that I'm a real auditor, but I'm sure no asshole. And yeah, you know, I don't go out and try to harass. That's what I don't try to do. I try to just stay in the background, video what happens the best that I'm able. I will absolutely be as safe as I can, EJ. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. Boy, it is warm today. I don't know what the actual temperature is other than hot. I got that, you've heard of 255 air conditioning. That's where you roll down 2 windows and do at least 55. If you want the fan on high, you have to drive 85. That's how you control the AC in this car. EJ says, glad you're not an asshole. Well, I'm not typically an asshole, I guess. Maybe I should rephrase, because I can be an asshole, of course. I think everybody can, but I'm typically not in the average day. To the average person, I have no reason to be. But I can be an asshole, and I can be a really good one. Steve, aloha to you too, sir. How you doing out there? Good to see you. Says, I'm listening, but not really in chat. We're on the big island, spending time with the grandkids. Enjoy those grandkids, man. Enjoy that life. I sure would. It's good to see you out there, by the way. Thanks for dropping by. Some guys like NC Tyrant Hunter and Bay Area Transparency get a bad rap. You know why they get a bad rap? Because sometimes they do dumb shit. Now, I don't know about Bay Area so much. I do know New York Tyrant Hunter, but I don't, or North Carolina, NC Tyrant Hunter. I don't know him personally, by the way. I've never spoke to him or anything, but I have watched a bit on his channel. You say you think it's necessary. I got to be honest, man. I don't think it's necessary to go out and film a private business. I don't think that's necessary at all. I do agree that if you don't exercise your rights, you'll lose them. However, I believe that you should do it responsibly. And I don't know that just filming private businesses along the side of the road and just being in places where you know is going to cause a reaction so that you can get a video out of it, that's not necessary. So I think that's why they get a bad rap, because they're out doing dumb shit. That's what I think. There you go. So that's my opinion for the moment, but I don't claim to be an expert. And we're all allowed to have different opinions, of course. That's what makes this country great. We can all think differently and still come together and not have to hate each other because we think different. Let's see. Where did that go? Bill's asking me if I'd be going to the Solstice. I don't even know what the hell the Solstice Festival is or where to find it, Bill. To be honest, I never heard of such a thing. Hello, Dark Watch. Good to see you out there too, sir. Yeah, I'm out bitching again, sir. It's Saturday night, man. I've not been out in 2 or 3 weeks, so I figured I'd get out tonight. I did a little bit from the house last night just because when I got done, I was so tired I couldn't stand up anymore, so I just sat down on the porch and streamed. But of course, I've been working all day today too. I was helping a cousin do some stuff earlier today, and some wore out again today, but I got enough energy to drive tonight, so we'll get out a bit and see what we can do. That, I'm just missing you guys. Mombi, hello, Mombi. She says, good evening, bub. Mombi out there is actually my mother. So when you see Mombi, you know that's actually Mom. And of course, it's Mombi because my little sister, when she's a little kid, never said Mommy. She always called her Mombi. So now you know the Mombi story. Jeeba says we have to agree to disagree. Wouldn't be the first time. That's right. That is absolutely right. Jeebus knows me pretty well. And the great thing is, you know, although he and I disagree on a great many things, it don't fucking matter. We don't hate each other at all. Or at least I don't think he hates me. I sure don't hate him. I think we get along just fine. But that's the great part is we should be able to talk and have a difference of opinion without having to be angry because we believe different shit. It's all right. Hey, Nakoti, how you doing? Good to see you out there tonight. Hi, howdy, and hello. He said it's on the riverfront, music, art, food, beer. Thought it might be something for you to show about our community. That sounds like a great idea, Vil. Do you know when that is by chance? I didn't even know we had such a thing. Never heard of it. But yes, I would love to cover something like that and attend it. Smitty is broken, beaten, scarred. How you doing, Smitty? Good to see you out there. Hashtag we don't fucking care, just so you know. It's good to see you out there, Smitty. Go back around the block and go down 5th and see what's up. Probably nothing, but we'll check it out anyway. Yo, Smitty. He says, yo, Terry. F you, Smitty. Oh. Food Bar says, love the buildings there. We do have some. We got some buildings. We got some old ones, too. Got some old houses and old buildings that are way the hell older than I am, for sure. I think Ironton supposedly was founded in 1849, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm pretty sure we have buildings and houses in here that are pretty close to that old, I would say. Some of them are pretty damned old. Not all of them, of course, but a lot of these big buildings you see in here have been built way longer than I've been born, for sure. BJ says, looks like a nice, peaceful town. You know what? For 99% of the time, it is one of the most peaceful places to live. Got to be honest, there really ain't a whole lot that happens around here as far as big news is concerned. Somebody steps on a cockroach in the corner, it'll make the front page, because there just really isn't a whole lot that goes on, technically. Or typically, excuse me. Wrong word. BJ said the small town he lives in California, or she lives in, I'm assuming it's a he, I don't know that, says live in California looks a little similar. Whereabouts in California, if you don't mind, telling us where that is. The only place I see, I've been to San Diego and up to Carlsbad, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was called like Huntington Beach or something. We'd taken a drive, and there was, I don't know if it was Ocean View or Valley View, something like that. There's a few names up, the little burgs up through there as you drive up the highway there that I had been through. Butch, the original, how you doing tonight? There you go. He said the Macaulay Furniture Building, 1888. There you go. See, that's what I mean. We got some old stuff in this town for sure. Rusty, Old Timers Music. Hello, sir. How you doing this fine Saturday? Good to see you out there, too. Says, my town is so small, all the roaches are kinfolk. Right? I'm Eric. Don't mind, he said. Livingston, California. Well, hello, Eric. From Livingston, California. Thanks for jumping in and having a chat with us tonight. You're welcome here anytime. That's the great thing about this channel. The one thing we don't run into a whole lot of, to be honest, in this tiny town is the cops. It's just not something we see a ton of. There aren't a whole shit ton of stops. So most of our nights are spent chatting back and forth and running through town. So if you don't mind the chat, there you go. That's what makes this channel great, are all the wonderful people out there in my chat. I got the best group on the internet right here. I guarantee it. Let's see. Butch says the Iron City Hardware Building was found. Let's see. It was built in 1870. There you go. I have no idea, Roseanne, when we might see Blanche. I guess we'll have to wait until she pops in to see her. I'm surprised I haven't seen her. She might be busy. It's a different time over there. I don't know what time it is. I know they're somewhere like 12 hours difference or something like that. Maybe a little more. Maybe the next day. Hell, I don't even know anymore. I know there's a difference, though. And then Devotion Nation is also live with his music show over on his channel until 10 o'clock, so there might be a few over there as well. Doing way better than I deserve, my friend, and I hope all is well with you. All is always good with me, man. I'm probably the most blessed person you have ever met in your whole entire fucking life, I guarantee it. There's one thing I know, there's somebody that looks out for me and takes good care of me. So somebody, something, you can call it God, you can call it the universe, you can call it the force. I don't give a fuck what you call it, but I'll tell you what, it definitely looks out for me. I'm not sure how I got the privilege, but I did. And as you say, I'm probably doing a lot better than I deserve too. Oh, there you go, Lynn said there's one from the 1600 in her town called the Red Lion. Oh, Lisa says Blanche is in Coded Stream. So there you go, Roseanne. Now you know where Blanche is. Lynn said it's about 9 a.m. in Oz. He said they're stuck in a musical rut and can't need the inspiration. Well, you're in the wrong place, man. I'm sorry, I'm not usually that inspirational, I don't think. That's never been a word that's appeared in a sentence with my name as far as I know. But hey, if you find inspiration in strange places, you could be in the right place, I suppose. Blanche is 7:30 a.m. Sunday. Oh, there you go. She might be getting ready to go to church. You know, Blanche, she's a good church going type. Oh, you got to love Blanche. You're right. Inspiration does come from the strangest of places. I've never got mine in the typical areas people would think either. Colin Basto, how you doing? Good to see you out there. Colin, how you doing tonight? June 10th on the riverfront, they have a youth fishing event to teach kids to fish in the morning, music, food, crafts, and local talent show. There you go. So June 10th, I will have to try to remember that. I'm terrible for memory, but I will try because I damn sure would like to get down there, get a little bit of footage of that, and share it with you guys. I love those community events. Y'all know how much I love to flap the gums. So those community events with a lot of people give me the opportunity to do that. You know, give me the opportunity to meet and greet. You know, shake a few babies, kiss a few hands, shit like that. Kind of like a politician. You know, I always tell my wife I got to go politicking. Oh, Colin, I'm doing great, sir. I'm doing absolutely wonderful. My life, I don't think could get any better. I couldn't imagine it. Couldn't imagine what it would take. I love life and I love living it. I love being me. So there you go, man. I love where I live. I love who I live with. You know, all's looking good in my life for the moment. All things considered, it is not so bad of a life, I promise. There you go, Bill. That would be great if you would do that. I would appreciate it. Rusty said him and his wife split due to religious differences. She thought she was God and he didn't. Ain't that about right? Sounds like a marriage to me. I've been trying to convince my wife that I'm God for years, Rusty. She won't believe that shit either. But I've tried. Guys, I gotta admit, they got a good bit of the rough patches down through here patched up now. It ain't quite so bad anymore. They're starting to get some of the streets back in here to where it ain't so bad. Maybe you won't have to have a Baja dune buggy, you know, a rock crawler to get through the town anymore. It's starting to look a little better and feel a little better as you drive. Della Perry, hi, howdy, and hello. How are you doing tonight? By the way, I love you, Della. Good to see you. Tanya Tucker, huh? Shit, 39 years together. There you go. Almost the big 4-0. Camera's kind of shaky tonight, more than usual. I'm not sure why that is. Not sure why that is. Might be because it's daylight. Hell, I don't know. Maybe it's easier to see in the daylight. I'm not sure, Roseanne. Maybe this mount's starting to wear out. Maybe I need to get a new one. Maybe that's the problem. Can't promise that, but that could be it. Might just have this one wore out. It's definitely been through a battle in this town, hanging on the windshield through these streets at times. So if it keeps that up and I can't seem to fix it, well, I may have to get another mount, or you might just have to bounce with me. Hope just go take you some Dramamine. That way you don't get motion sick, and we'll make it through this street, bouncing and all. Thank you, Bill, for posting that link out there. There's the link to the Facebook page for the Solstice Festival. So anybody that's around or going to be around at that time, check it out. June 10th, he said. I didn't even know we had such a thing coming up, so of course I wouldn't, because I don't ask and no one usually tells me shit. So thanks for that, Bill, by the way. But if you're going to be around at Ironton at that time, or you are around here, check it out. Sounds like it's going to be fun. I know I'm going to be there. Get the camera out, show a little bit, talk a little bit about it, and get to meet some people. Lisa said, it looks like you didn't clean a big enough spot on it. Probably not. Eugene's at home. I can try this, see if this makes it any better. See if that makes it any better for you. It probably don't. I live in the country and park under trees. They got stuff dripping on this car all the time. Keeping the windshield clean is all but impossible, for sure. Bill said this is the second year they're doing it. Well, I missed it last year. I'm glad to know about it this year, Bill. Thanks for letting me know, because I definitely want to. I love those community events. We need more of those in a year, man. That one a year shit just ain't enough. Need to get the community out together and talking and be in a community, meet each other again, get off their goddamn phones and see each other eye to eye again. It's almost like people are forgetting how to interact with each other, Darkwater said, on a nice night like this, just remove the windshield. It wouldn't take much in this car, I guarantee it. Wouldn't take me much to remove it. These little Hyundais have the thinnest windshields legally anyway, and they are very easily broke, as a matter of fact, very easy broke. That's why a lot of them have cracked windshields, just because the glass they put in them is very thin. But I think I'll leave mine intact just for today. It's nice today, but it may be raining tomorrow, so I think I'll leave the windshield. I don't like getting wet. There goes one of our Ironton's finest. Oh, Lisa said she's making peanut butter bars. That sounds fun. Sounds good, actually. Not necessarily fun. It sounds fun to eat. Let me rephrase. It sounds fun to eat. Just exactly the kind of thing I would love. I love peanut butter. Reckon I don't care if it's in a bar or in a chunk or sometimes just on a spoon. I love peanut butter. Peanut butter and anything with it in there. Love peanut butter. The rest of the devil and got him on possession. Shit, that's funny. Got him on possession. Lisa said the church picnic is tomorrow. Well, too bad I don't attend church or picnics generally. Sounds like I should if I want peanut butter bars. Shit. Uh-oh. Josh, Lisa says Dark Watch might eat it. You got to watch Dark Watch. He's like that. He'll eat everything out there, especially peanut butter bars. Boy, it is warm today. Sweating in places I didn't even know could sweat till now. That's how you know it's hot. You start getting sweat in all those places. Rusty, you're killing me. My friend gave me his EpiPen as he was dying. Seemed very important to him for me to have it. Oh, shit. That is funny as fuck, but it is terrible. Just so you know, it's terrible, but it's terribly fucking funny. He said, I know the jokes are random, but so is my memory. We don't mind, man. I don't mind. That's the great thing about jokes. They are kind of random. The more you tell, the more it makes me think of. There's certain ones I just won't tell necessarily live on this channel. We might try some of that on the other channel. I'm still working on that. Got that coming. Unfortunately, it's taken way longer than I originally anticipated and longer than I wanted, but we'll have it up. Have it up and running here pretty soon. No, Della Debos Nation is not here yet. He's doing the music show on his own channel until 10 o'clock tonight. So that's where you'll find Debo's over on his channel the Saturday nights and when he does the music show like I do on Wednesday nights. As a matter of fact, tonight's the last road show for 2 months. So, let's see, this next month and the month after, yep. June and July, there will be no road show. He'll be back in August, I assume. But tonight is the final road show, Conspiracy Music Road Show on Debos Nation channel. It should be live right now and live until 10 p.m., I believe. So that's where you'll find Debo, and that's what's going on over there. Thank you for that, Dark Watch. I appreciate it. And I don't know if you've seen Dallas tell you thanks earlier, but she was thanking you for what you sent her for her birthday, sir. She really, really appreciated that. You should have seen her eyes light up. Looked like someone kicked on a switch. But we just want you to know we truly appreciate you, sir. Thank you. Shout out to anyone wondering what the opposite of in is. Right? Yes, Della's right. Debos Nation actually, I was on the phone with him on Della's birthday, and he actually sang happy birthday to her. So me, I don't sing. I say happy birthday, but I don't sing. It's not a pleasant thing for me to sing, but he sung to her, and that, of course, melted her heart. Why wouldn't it? You know, what a sweet guy. There are still some rough spots in these streets, though. I assume they'll get around to it. Since they've been doing all this paving, I'm hoping somebody gives them around to it. Brad Johnson, how you doing tonight? Good to see you out there. Hello, Brad. Welcome in. Happy Saturday to you. Hopefully you're having a good Saturday evening out there. Nearly fell in. You're killing me, Rusty. Oh, shit. Absolutely killing me, but I love it. Thank you. What? Hit a bump and the strut ripped the wheel well off. Holy shit. That don't sound good. Don't sound good at all. Nothing like tearing the bottom out of your vehicle, huh? Rusty said, sometimes a little smile is all you need. I agree. Laughter has the best healing qualities. Not to mention, it's just fun to fucking do, you know? I mean, that's kind of the point, ain't it? It's always fun to smile and laugh. People should strive to do that more. They have so much strife in their life, but it seems like they're always striving for the wrong things, and it makes life very difficult and demanding and time-consuming and all that shit. Where on the opposite end, if you learn how to enjoy yourself, you'd be amazed at how much better the time goes and how much more you enjoy it and more of it you remember. Just saying, little hint, tip, little trick for you there. Amy, hello Amy, how you doing tonight? Good to see you out there. I guess I'll be seeing you about 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, if I'm not mistaken. We'll get that oil changed for you. Hopefully you and yours are having a good night tonight, Amy. Brad Johnson says, I'm watching from up in Michigan. Hey, there you go. We got a few people up in Michigan. I haven't seen Queen Bee tonight, but I think she's up from around Michigan somewhere. I think there's another person or two out there in the chat that's from the Michigan way, a little further north than us. Will Bell says, has Paul Jarrett been sentenced or is he to trial? I don't, there has to be a trial first. There hasn't been a trial. The only thing that's happened is a hearing for a motion to suppress. That happened on the 1st. The prosecutor had 14 days to file a written rebuttal. I went in last week and got a copy of that written rebuttal. It has been filed with the court, and we're just waiting on the judge to make his determination on suppressing the evidence or not, and waiting for him to set a trial date. So as soon as I know, I will let you all know. But for the moment, we're waiting on that trial, Will. I will absolutely do my best to be safe out here, Amy. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And I'm glad to know that y'all are doing good there. Will said, hope all is good. Did Della have a good birthday? I think she did. She'd be the best one to answer that question, but I think it was pretty good. It wasn't bad, and it definitely wasn't like the best birthday ever, I'm sure. But it definitely was the last one for the moment, the most memorable because it was the last. But of course, we're doing good. I think she had a fairly happy birthday. She got her a little pocket change to spend and have a good time with, so. Rusty. I was going to tell you dick jokes he said, but they're too short. Oh, damn. You're killing me, sir. Oh, it's a good thing I don't have to maintain composure here, because it sure wouldn't happen tonight. Has the river ever flooded out Ironton? Yes, Will. It flooded it out twice in the 30s. There's a high water mark down there for the highest the water ever got, and they built the flood walls after that, and now they have flood walls they're able to shut the gates of to keep the water back. So yes, it has, but it's been a long time ago, back in the 30s. Like I said, I'll take you down to the railroad here, and I'll show you the high water mark where it was. Then I'll show you where the river is, and you can decide for yourself how fun that was here in town. I actually, when I was 18, I worked with a contractor here in Ironton, and we actually remodeled a couple of the old buildings, the old apartments that had been through those floods. And you talk about crooked now, they wasn't a straight square piece in them, but by Joe, they were still standing. They still stand today. You know, they're still up. So there you go. Them old fuckers knew how to build stuff. Those stick homes we build today wouldn't hold a flood like that. You got to tear them down, start over. Will said he's on the Mississippi where the Missouri River meets. Well, there you go. Well, I'm way up from the Mississippi on the Ohio River, so I know it runs into the Mississippi for sure. We're a little upstream from that here, of course. Rusty says, Terry, do you like your recliner? I would if I had one, Rusty, I guarantee it. But I don't have a recliner. I've got a chair. It's not exactly a recliner, but I enjoy it just as much either way. You know, it's funny because here about a year and a half ago, all the way up to about a year ago, I was saying things like I wanted to quit being so busy and sit down and relax and become an old man, you know, and enjoy some of these days between now and then. And then what did I do? I started a YouTube channel so I could be 10 times busier than I was, you know, at the time. So, you know, obviously relaxing's not my forte. It's not something that comes easy for me. It's hard for me to sit around, but I'm trying to get used to it because I'd like to just be able to sit in a chair most of one entire day and night and just enjoy the day and night and watch it roll by and not really have to worry or think about much. I've never really taken days like that out of my life. I wanted to, I just never have been able to. And now that I'm getting up in years, you know, I'm going to have to do that. I got a porch now to do it on. I did a little bit yesterday yesterday evening and last night with you all. If you were in the live last night, you already know we sat there and stared at a fire pit, you know. My bug zapper in the background. He said, I love my furniture, my recliner, and I go way back, right? All the way back to as far as it'll go, huh? Guarantee it. He said, you just need better weed, my friend. It sucked all the 1-2 out of me. Oh, shit. You know, the only problem I have with that, Rusty, is the only weed I've ever liked in my life has been sativa, straight 100% sativa, which is like an energy hit anyway. You know, it's not the same as the indica or the hybrids, and it kind of gives you that boost of energy. So, you know, doing that ain't going to much help me, I doubt. And I don't like the other stuff. I don't like the downer stuff. I don't like to feel like I'm down. I don't like to drink. I don't like how that stuff makes me feel. Not that I'm an avid, you know, pot smoker by any means, but I have before, of course, and probably will again before I'm dead. But it's not an integral. Let me rephrase here. It's not an absolute have to in my life. It's not necessary for me to get through it. Just something that was done for funsies. All right, here we go. I was trying to get over here so I could show you all what I was looking at here. I'm going to get parked over here, get out of the car here a minute and show you all something. I've done this before, but it's been quite a while back. So, all right. Take y'all with me here. Whoops, I accidentally highlighted one there. All right, guys. I'm walking across the railroad tracks here. You can see down through there. And down there's the river. Way the hell down there. See it? See the boat going by and shit on it? I don't know what you can see. It's so damn glary, I can't hardly see anything. But you can see the river and the water down there, of course. And right here is the high water mark from 1937. So let me switch this camera around here. If I can figure out how to do it. So that you guys can see the difference, actually. Get it switched around here. So here we go. And you can see if I get right up underneath this sign, how high, you know, I can't even reach it, guys. Like I can't even hardly reach the word mark, let alone the actual water mark on the sign. So let me switch this back now. Hate messing with these settings. There we go. So you see that way up there, and I just wanted to show you how high it really got. So, you know, I'm 5'4", and that looks like it's probably about hell, I don't know. I don't even have a guess. Maybe about 7 feet there, and that was way up here. So you can imagine if the water in the river is way down there like that, and the high water mark is here, that'll just give you an idea of how high that water got in 1937. So it literally, you know, you see it literally flooded the entire city is what happened, at least most of it anyway. I hope that helps answer your question there a little bit, Will, about the flooding river and what they did after to prevent it, building the floodgates so that didn't happen anymore. Oh. Dark Watch said, Terry, you would be a lunatic by the end of the day sitting in a chair. You know what? You might be right. I don't sit well. It's really hard for me just to sit and do nothing, I'll be honest. It's not the easiest thing for me to do by any means. And you would think that just sitting around doing a whole lot of nothing would be really easy. And for a lot of people it is. But for me, it's hard to stay in one place, you know. I've always been very physically active my entire life, and it's just hard to sit down and do nothing. That's why I can't, you know, if somebody's working and they invite me along just to talk to them while they're doing it, I can't. I have to work. I can't stand just to sit and watch somebody work, even if I'm not getting paid for it. Hell, I just jump in and help. Like I say, I don't sit too well. I'm not good at doing nothing. Not my forte. You know what, Bill? That actually sounds like a good idea. Have a fireside chat live. I would love to do that. That is a great idea. Lynn, Willow, you're very welcome. Hopefully that helps you a little bit understanding how high the water got here. You know, it's definitely well over my little head for sure. CJ Mobley, how you doing tonight? Good to see you out there, CJ. Rusty said not to worry. He's lazy enough for both of us. Well, it's pretty bad that I have to have help with my laziness. Not because I'm too lazy, but because I can't be lazy enough. I want to be, though. I would love just to be able to get up in the morning and go sit in a chair on the porch and stay there all goddamn day. You know, I really would love to do that a day or two in my life. I got plans of doing it, so if I can get calmed down. Of course, as Nakoti says, I'm an overly caffeinated man, so, you know, I tend to be pretty high energy most of the time. Mississippi River went 40 feet above the average, but holy shit, that's pretty high. Pretty high. That would have definitely been like that here too, for sure. And there are a lot of other times it's gotten up like that, but like I said, they built those the floodgates down there, the flood walls. So the floodgates and the flood walls, when they shut them, it pretty much protects the town and keeps most of the water out. So there you go. Guys, I tell you what, it's about that time in the evening. It's almost time for that first Terry stop, so I'm going to head up here toward Cold Grove to the gas station here so that I can make that Terry stop. The good thing is I don't have to take a chili. Just needed to make a Terry stop. Dark Watch is asking me if I used my water wings in 37. Well, I'll tell you what, I didn't come along till 74, believe it or not. I'm just a young little feller, but if I had been here, I'd have definitely had to have something to keep me afloat for sure. You know what's funny, guys? I don't really have enough body fat to float. You know, like the dead man float that you can do in the water. If you just relax and just lay in the water, you'll float. You know, well, I can't. My legs won't. They'll fall through the water every time. There ain't enough damn fat on them to float. So there you go. You know, swimming's not really my thing. I can do it, but I don't enjoy it. I don't like it. I don't never really do it. I don't go for funsies to go jump in the water. It's not fun for me. I don't enjoy it. So I can swim. I just don't like to. And it's not like I'm a great swimmer, because I ain't. I can swim good enough not to drown. You know, I wouldn't be able to save anybody else. Fuck, I can barely, you know, I can swim, but I'm not exactly a master at it. I'd probably drown trying to save somebody, because I'm not a really strong swimmer, but I can swim. The sky's starting to look a bit grumbly here. I'm wondering if it's going to rain. It looks like it might. Looks like it might just. $65 CJ5, how you doing tonight? $65, good to see you out there, sir. He said, scared a fish would eat you, Terry. Yes, I am. Damn it, CJ, I'm so small a damn goldfish I'd have to worry about, let alone the big ones, you know. Uncle Artie's Bar and Grill, how you doing, Uncle Artie? Good to see you out there, sir. He said, glad you're back on the road. I blame Chad Goo for you not being on the road lately. It is all Chad Goo's fault. We'll blame him. That sounds good to me. Uncle Artie, the last 3 weeks, man, I've been busy with my stuff and a bunch of others. And it just, you know, unfortunately, like I've said, YouTube is a secondary thing. It's a thing I do with extra time, but I just haven't had that extra time the last few weeks, so I apologize. But I'm back out and about tonight. And glad you decided to jump in and join us and ride around with us a bit, Uncle Artie. It's always good to have you here. Bill said the pressure just changed, going to rain on the north end. Well, that explains why my hands and knees have lit up like torches now. And I'm feeling the pain pretty good, to be honest. So it's going to have to rain. Larry Holloway, how you doing tonight? He said, how is everyone tonight? I'm great, Larry, and I hope you are too. It's good to see you out there. There's Blanche. There you go. Somebody asked where Blanche was earlier. There she is. Blanche is here. Hello, Blanche. How you doing this? I guess it'd be morning for you. So how are you doing this fine, wonderful morning there, evening here? Brent says it says in 30 minutes. Well, then I guess in 30 minutes we're going to get wet. There ain't much else we can do besides get wet, I suppose. Is it supposed to rain like elephants and horses, or is it just, you know, going to rain cats and dogs? Do we know? We're looking at like thunderstorms, and we're just looking at a little bit of rain, or does anybody actually know? Because I'll be honest, I don't. I've not looked at a weather report or anything. Not that that really matters. Usually you just walk outside and look up, you'll know what the weather's going to be. Kathy C. Hello, Kathy. How you doing tonight? Good to see you out there. Thanks for being here. Lisa said there's a storm headed this way. I know. I'm driving right under it now, as you see. It's starting to look all funny and green in the sky and shit, so you know it's got to come pouring down here shortly. Ain't gonna be much longer from now. There ain't no way it could be. But that's all right. I didn't break the windshield out yet. I didn't follow Dark Watch's suggestion, so we're going to be dry. Blanche says it's 8:07 Sunday morning. Blanche, when Roseanne asked me where you might be, since she told me it was Sunday morning over there, I told her you's probably at church, since you're such a nice Christian woman and all, and probably like to, you know, I'd say you was probably at church, wouldn't you say? Hey, Logan Sandman, how you doing, sir? Good to see you tonight. 65 said green means hail. It's possible. I doubt it, but it is possible. I have seen hail in 95-degree weather. I stood out on well, not my own, but my mother's front porch when I was a teenager and started getting hit in the head with hail balls. And like I said, the temperature was like 95 degrees that day. So it can, has, and will happen again, I'm sure. Well, the wind's starting to really kick now. It's about to come a downpour, I think. I better hurry up and get this Terry stop over and get back in the car so I ain't got to get wet, huh? If y'all give me just a minute, I will be right back, guys. Roll up my windows here. Turn off the 255 air conditioning anyway. All right, guys, I'll be right back. Oh, I'm getting too old for this. All right, guys, sorry about that. I am back now. Apologize for leaving you alone so long. I swear the way that wind's blowing, it seems like it's really going to kick up a good storm here in a bit. So, if it starts dousing us too hard, the only thing you are going to see is a windshield full of friggin' rain. Which, of course, is out of my control. Yeah, Uncle Artie, you left my chat too soon last night. I was trying to bring you up on the panel, but you'd left out, so I couldn't get you to hit the link. I was hoping to bring you up here too. That would have been fun. Have some talk with my Uncle Artie. Oh, there we go. I can see the fog across the river there. It's already raining over there and over to my left, so it's definitely going to hit here in just a minute. It's going to be a few minutes. But it's definitely on its way. Uncle Artie said, so, you ain't got to be sorry, sir. There's no obligation, of course. We was just having a fireside chat, so to speak, just talking a whole lot about nothing's all I was doing. I was too tired to get out and drive last night, but I wanted to go live because I get to missing the chat and missing y'all too. So I was just going to bring you up because we were all on there. Hell, at one time we had 6 or 7 people on there. We're going live tomorrow night, if you can make it. What time are you thinking, Uncle Artie? Because I'll have a busy morning and afternoon, but I think my late evening is free if it's going to be late evening. So if I can manage, I sure would like to catch it. Uncle Artie says 7. Well, that would be the evening. That would be good for me anyway. I will try my best to be there at 7 o'clock, sir. I'm having some kind of an alarm over there. It's not police sirens, but some kind of an alarm over there where the old chemical plant used to be. Oh, thanks for the warning, Roseanne. I'll watch out for the falling ice balls, I suppose. Not that it's going to matter. If they start hitting, they're going to hit anyway. I ain't going to be able to stop it, I doubt. Logan said he don't even recognize iron in the daylight, right? It does look a little different, don't it? Does at night. Dark Watch said, getting too old for peeing. Yes, I'm getting too old to pee. Unfortunately, it still has to happen. I'm going to have to get me one of them nice little plastic urinals like they gave Fubar there in the hospital. I just don't want to have a heart attack to get one, you know. One of those would do me good, though. I could use one of those. Well, that wind is really starting to kick. Does anybody out there know how long it is supposed to rain? Do we have any idea how long this storm's going to last? Is there any word on that? Can somebody check it out? I know they do like the hour by hour thing, the estimation. If anybody can look it up for me and let me know. Because if it's like going to rain the rest of the night, then we're definitely not seeing too many cop pullovers. Lynn said it's the 3rd time there's been a special weather advisory for here. Hey, this APO going to take a rain check tonight, bro. All right, Eugene, you have a good night, sir. All right, guys, I guess APO is not coming out tonight. He's already went out and wore himself out today. I understand that. That's what happened to me yesterday, sir. That's the reason I sat at the house last night. I was just too old and tired to get back out. But you have a good night. Rest up, sir, and we'll try it again. Expires at 8:30 p.m. Well, shit, that's only like 15 minutes from now. At least my time, anyway. Well, about 10 minutes from now. Uncle Artie says, come up on the live stream tonight. We go live in 40 minutes. Well, if I have to shut this down, that might be what I do, Uncle Artie. I'll have to go home because I ain't got nowhere else to go. And if I do have to do that, as long as the power holds out and I have electric, I'll see you there. We'll see how this storm goes. Looks like it's going to be quite nasty, actually. Figures I get a chance to get out and drive, and the weather's going to go to shit on me. Don't that sound just about right? As luck would have it. Uncle Artie said, shut it down. We need you safe. Oh, don't worry, Uncle Artie. A rainstorm ain't going to kill me. Shit, son. Ain't the first time I've been out in the rain, man. And you ain't got to worry about me melting. I've been told I'll float just fine, though. It's what I've heard. Just saying. I've heard that from more than one person. My mother was one of them. So, she's probably right. Don't mean I like what she has to say, but Mom's probably right. Lisa says you shouldn't lose electric. Yeah, we shouldn't, but occasionally out there in Pedro we do. Here in Ironton they won't at all, but out in Pedro sometimes we do. If it rains hard enough, there's always a tree that falls, and it falls across the lines every time. Just tends to happen a lot. So as long as nothing like that happens, we should be okay. Oh, there you go. Ironton Storm Chaser. Yeah, there's really nowhere to chase a storm around here, unfortunately. That's the only problem when you live in the hills. There's too many roads, hollows, and backways around here. There's really no way to chase a storm. It ain't like out west where you got some flat open ground to do it. Here you spend your time running from it rather than chasing it, or at least I do. I've never exactly been a storm chaser, but I have been a storm runner a time or two. He said that story about the hail hitting you in the head when you were younger explains a lot. What are you trying to say, sir? Somehow I think that statement begs a little expounding on there. Just saying. Well, that's kind of what I was hoping, Lisa, is it looks nastier than what it's actually going to be. We'll find out here in a bit because it's almost on top of us now. I'm back down here on Park Avenue, and I just came from Cold Grove, so it's followed me down this far now. We will know shortly. I guarantee it. Dark Watch said, I didn't know APO wasn't with you. Same. Well, he apparently said he'd been out in the sun too long today. I don't know what that means unless he went and made himself sick. Didn't drink enough water. But that's where I was yesterday. I was just wore out like an old sock with holes in the toes. Time to throw it away. Of course, he's about 10 years my junior. He's a little bit younger than me. So you guys can give him shit because he's acting like an old man and he ain't yet. But I'll leave that between you and him. I give him enough shit. Yeah, Logan, I don't know why y'all stay out there in California. Anytime the ground shakes under me, I tend to look for some more solid ground. I wouldn't live out there where it could just happen anytime, all the time, 6 times a day and shit. No thanks. I'll be honest, I don't like it when the ground shakes under my feet. I don't like it a bit. I have been near earthquakes and felt some of that, and the aftershocks, and I did not enjoy it. I didn't have a good time with it, I'll be honest. Phil said, go to the riverbank. Well, I'll tell you where I'm headed right now. I'm headed up here to the old Hills lot, up here by B-Dubs. Since that's Logan's favorite place, I'll get him started about the chicken wings tonight. But I'll go up here because there shouldn't be shit fall on me up here, so we'll see what it's going to do here. Everybody says it just starts kind of hard, but it looks like it's just going to be showers. There's a big old lightning bolt up there, I think. But if it's just going to shower and ain't going to be too bad, we'll stay out. We'll see how it hits here in a little bit. I'll go up here and park and get out of the way of those falling and blowing items for the minute and make sure it's going to be all right. Ooh, they on a motorcycle. That's going to suck. That's going to be a wet ride here in a minute right there. Nelia Miller, how you doing tonight, Nelia? Good to see you out there, dear heart. Glad to see you. Glad you decided to come in and say hello. Everybody remember Nelia from the Rich Station. She doesn't work there anymore, but that was where we met her, of course. You guys remember Nelia. Oh, let's see. Where the hell are we going to park, guys? Does it really fucking matter? I just want to sit here a little bit and let the rain hit for a minute, see how it's going to act. I'm sure it ain't going to be nothing major, but we'll see. I don't know if I can get y'all to where we can actually see something or not. When it starts raining, you ain't going to see much, except for the windshield, but let's see if we can get over here and at least watch the highway or something. There we go. You know, that parking lot right down there that y'all can see, that's the Taco Bell parking lot. Get you out here. There's the Taco Bell building there. And of course, that's just the parking lot. And when Chili was here, right here where we're sitting, is where the guy was wanting to beat his ass. So we were standing down in the parking lot down there, and the guy, when Chili was up here on the hill with the guy, this is where he was at. So if y'all remember that from when he was here, we are in that spot now. There you go. Lisa said it's already quit raining there, so hopefully it'll pass over fairly quick. We'll see how it acts here. Lisa's saying it's obviously its bark is worse than its bite from what I'm reading there. Storm, Mother Nature just pissed off making a lot of noise, ain't really causing much problem, just making a lot of noise. Roseanne said Taco Bell chili and wings all mentioned within 2 minutes. Terry must be hungry. Actually, I'm not hungry, believe it or not. Not for the moment, anyway. Della made chicken enchiladas last night, so I'm hoping to get home and have some of those leftovers here this evening. Oh, there's a raindrop on the windshield. We'll see how this pans out here in a bit, guys. Logan says you can get fire sauce on Amazon, as if that's something that you'd want to fucking go buy. I'm sorry that y'all like that stuff. You shouldn't eat that. I'll be honest with you, you shouldn't. But that's just my opinion. You do what you do. Chances are you will anyway. I just figured I'd tell you the truth. You don't really want to be eating Taco Bell or anything that they make with their name on it. Just saying. Cut. Yeah, can you imagine us trying to drive a bus through Ironsonville? That would be fun. Della said we were having chicken and rice at midnight. Well, that may be what she's having. I'm not sure what the hell she's talking about there. I'd say that I'll end up eating leftovers is probably what usually happens. I don't mind. It's not a thing for me. I'll eat leftovers for days. Hell, I don't care. Well, I don't know if it's going to break out and rain or not. Looks like it wants to. Not kind of looks like this is just stalled out right over top of us, like it's just sitting there. It don't look like it's moving much. Clouds don't look like they're moving at all, actually. Very slowly, anyway. I mean, they are moving, obviously, but very slowly. Logan said, sure, get past 50 and talk to me. Well, I can talk to you about Taco Bell because I worked for them for years. I worked from crew all the way up to general manager and ran my own store. So when I speak about Taco Bell, I'm speaking from inside experience and inside knowledge. I know things, Logan. It has nothing to do with me being 50. It has to do with me working there. So I know things. 65 said the trees are nice. Yeah, they do all right. You know, I don't think some of the hillbillies that live here realize that they live in one of the most beautiful areas in the entire country. It is truly, truly beautiful here in the country. The city, not so much, but that's my personal opinion. I don't like cities. Uh, when I was in the Army, I was in San Antonio down at Fort Sam Houston in San Antonio, and we went out on the Riverwalk. One of the guys' birthdays come along while we were in training, and somebody had rented the penthouse for him there of the Marriott Hotel, and we get down there and get to the thing and open up the drapes, and you're looking out across San Antonio at night. So there's all these big, huge buildings and lights and all that. And we're standing there, and he looked at me and he said, "Isn't this beautiful?" And I looked at him, and as I was shaking my head, no, I was like, no, I don't. I mean, it looks okay, but I would prefer to see hills and trees and grass and shit, you know? And so, you know, for me, I would rather see a country backdrop. You know, to me, that's beautiful. There we go. A few drops hitting now. Have to roll the window up there. Lisa said it looks like it's about 10 minutes away. Well, it's just now starting to hit the windshield, so I think we found the edge of it. Now I'm starting to hear a bit of the thunder in the background, so. Lisa said, I knew it would hit when I said 10 minutes. I just blame it on the lag, Lisa. Tell them there's obviously a lag. You put that in there 10 minutes ago. You know what you're talking about. It's all right. Roseanne said they still, as far as I know, most of the Taco Bells are set up that way. Roseanne, the majority of them anyway, they usually have a little somewhere in the store after you order. There's a little counter there with all the sauces and straws and napkins and all that kind of stuff on it. Generally, most of them have that. The one here does, or at least they used to. I assume they still do. I don't eat at Taco Bell, so. Well, that rain didn't last long. The window back down this car is warm. Ooh, I can see it way the hell out there. I can see it coming in from where I live. It's blowing backwards is what it is. That's why it's a bit confusing. This one's moving backwards from the way it normally moves. So. Bill said he never forget Raphael and Chili on that hill. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That was, I'm sitting in that spot, Bill. I'm sitting right here where they were at that day. Him and Ralphie. There it comes again. Pull the window back up. Turn the vent on here and get a little air moving. Here it comes. Now I think we're about to get it. Whatever it is. Dick and Cider, how you doing tonight? Good to see you out there, man. I've been missing you. You're right. Long time no see. Glad to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Fred Bowens, how you doing tonight? I'm doing great, sir. Good to see you out there. This might be headed your way, Fred. Sitting here in the rain at the moment. Guys, I gotta admit, I hate this. I hate the rain. I know it's necessary, but it don't mean I have to like it, does it? Artie said he loves the smell of a thunderstorm coming through. Well, the smell ain't so bad, I suppose. I just hate the actual rain. If we could get a thunderstorm without the rain, it'd be great. This is what I built a porch for, so I can stand out on the porch and watch it rain. Artie said he ain't got a porch out back. Sound like you need to put one out there, Uncle Artie. That's the best place to have one. Jason Solom, good evening to you too, sir. How you doing this fine, wonderful evening? Hopefully you're having a good Saturday out there. You know, the only problem with getting this rain, Roseanne, is when the sun comes back out, it's just going to be so humid you can't breathe. That's the only thing I hate about the rain. Everybody says, I wish it rained so it cool off, but it don't really. It cools off while it's raining, but as soon as the sun comes back out, it makes the heat 10 times worse just due to the humidity. Because they can get pretty humid around here. You damn near need gills to be able to breathe the air. Just saying. Hi, right back to all of you there, Jason. And I guess I'll be seeing you all about 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. We'll take care of that oil change in the car and get that done for you. Oh, there was a good bolt. I don't know if that showed up in my camera, but boy, it sure crossed the sky there. That's some big old lightning there. Well, the good thing, Roseanne, is that dying vegetation, that stops you from having to mow the grass so often. That's what I like. I wish mine just die out, but it won't. It just keeps coming back. Well, it don't look like it's going to be so big and bad anyway. All right, well, it looks like this is about going to be about it. So we'll back out here and drive around a little more here. Like I said, guys, I'm not too good at sitting still. It's not my thing generally. Got to be pretty tired just to sit still and do nothing. Oh, Lisa, I don't worry about getting struck by lightning. If I'm going to get struck by lightning, it's going to happen, and it ain't going to matter where the hell I'm at, so I don't even give it a second thought, to be honest. If the good Lord wants me, he can take me at any time, I suppose. I got to be honest, though, I think he's hoping on leaving me here a little while longer. I don't think he's ready for me up there just yet. Just saying. Yes, Jason, I am flying solo tonight. Eugene worked today and made himself tired and didn't want to get out tonight, so he's going to stay home tonight. So I am out alone this evening. There was a good boat. At least the lightning's pretty. Lance said she might have to teach me how to have a roof party when it's raining. You might. It's not, I've never had a roof party, I don't think. Never heard of one of those yet. Something tells me, Blanche, that you can teach me a thing or two. I'm taking a guess. I'm pretty naive sometimes. I don't know a whole lot, so, you know, I have no doubt you can surprise me a time or three. I believe you can do it. Hey, there's Fab Daddy 44. Said the potholes aren't bad enough, just add water, right? How you doing tonight, Fab Daddy? Good to see you out there, sir. Yes, my headlights are on, Roseanne. They absolutely are on. I'm not FUBAR. Train in Irontown. Sounds pretty good. There you go, Roseanne. Put FUBAR's Cash App out there again. If you can and you're able, please help him any way that you can. He's had it kind of rough here lately. A lot of issues in his life and having a little financial difficulty. If you're able to help, please do. He won't say a whole lot himself. He's afraid to sound like he's e-begging, and of course, you know, we don't do that around here, not in this community, but we do try to help each other out, and he needs some. So if you can, and if you're able, and if you got it, please help him. He needs what he can get. So it is appreciated, guys. Thank you very much for all that you do out there and everybody you do it for. I appreciate each and every one of you. Can you guys hear me over the rain okay? I hope I'm coming through clear. I'm kind of a loud ass, so it ought to, but I just want to make sure. I will do my very best, Fab Daddy, to be as safe a driver as I possibly can. Not only for me, but for the others out here too. Yes, sir, Logan. You be careful over there and take good care of Uncle Artie for me. You guys enjoy your stream. You're probably right, Uncle Artie. You should make sure that Logan doesn't stick himself with a safety pin or nothing. You know, he's kind of self-damaging, so watch him over there, too. Y'all don't be hurting each other back there. Let me pull over here. I want to read what Butch put in here. He says, Terry, just wondering if we were cops and friends and I had to arrest you, and me knowing if I violate your rights, you would get out of trouble knowing you won't sue me. Just been thinking about that. What? I'm not sure exactly what you're trying to say there, Butch. I think I get part of it. It would suck if cops who are friends, one had to arrest another. That happened here recently in this town, as a matter of fact. That's what happened with Brad. You know, and of course they filed for a motion to suppress, but that's a standard defensive tactic. I don't think it's going to work. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. You know, but they filed for one, and the prosecutor did file a written rebuttal. I have a copy of that at the house, and I'm just waiting to see what the judge finally decides and see when that trial date is on that, and we'll see how that works out. But I'm not exactly sure what you were trying to say there, Butch. Lisa says, I think he's saying a friend may intentionally violate. Oh, I get what you're saying. Is that it? That is a serious possibility. Serious possibility. That would be a way to do it, I suppose. Make sure you do everything wrong. That way they got to toss it out. I guess that would work. If that's what you're saying, then I get it, and I assume that would work pretty well, actually. In a court, it should. If you wanted your buddy not really to get in trouble, I guess that's how you do it. I hadn't really thought of that, but I guess that would work, you know. But said, did one of Spalgeric Cop's friends help him? Not like that, as far as I know. I was in there on the first, and I heard there was 4 or 5 people who testified that day for everything that happened. So I heard everything the judge did, and I've read the written rebuttal by the prosecutor. And I have to be honest, I don't think there's any way in hell they're going to suppress anything. I think he's going to have to stand trial for it. Now, what they do is going to be a whole nother ball game, of course. I'm telling you what I think based on what little bit I know. But no, I don't think that happened, Butch, but I guess we'll have to wait and see how this pans out to find out for sure, you know? Well, looky here. Stop at a stop sign. Oh, nope, I thought that was a police vehicle, but I guess it isn't. Never mind. I was going to say it about ready to pass right in front of us, but that's definitely not a cop car. Glanced up through the rainy window, or through the rainy window there for a second. It looked like one, but it wasn't. Hey, there's Foobar back. Welcome back, Foobar. Hopefully dinner was good, sir. Hopefully you got your belly full and feel better now. And remember, not having an empty belly beats whatever you got to eat. I'm just saying, I've had to eat some stuff I didn't like here a time or two, too. Let's see, I'm going to pull over here again. Butch says, if I was a cop and one of my cop friends had to arrest me for drugs and domestic violence, if he violates my rights, I would not be charged, buddy, helping buddy. That's a possibility, but he was arrested and he was charged, and there you go. So I don't think that happened in this case because the way everything went down, I'm pretty sure he's going to stand trial for it. I don't know what the penalty will be, but from what I know right now, Butch, I'm pretty sure he's going to stand trial for it. So I guess we'll see if I'm right or wrong in the end. Again, I'm coming at it from a Pedro hillbilly, so know that I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a cop. I've never been any of that. You know, I'm just trying to look at it from the outside looking in and assume certain things. So, you know, but from what I've heard and read, I'm pretty sure he's going to stand trial for it. I don't think he's going to get out on it. The domestic violence was dropped, though, I believe, so it didn't have anything to do with the rights violation. That was dropped because I'm assuming that there really wasn't any. Sometimes in certain domestic situations, there's domestic violence claimed when there really isn't. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to defend him. I don't know if he did or didn't. So, you know, I wasn't there. I don't know what actually happened. I have to make certain assumptions based on what I see happen, you know. So I'm assuming that the domestic violence didn't pan out because it really didn't happen. Obviously not the way that you think when you first hear those words put together. But so that was dropped as far as I know, and now it's just the drug possession that he's standing trial for. But I'm pretty sure he's going to have to stand for it. I don't think he's going to get out of standing trial. You know what, Dark Watch? It is a serious fucking possibility, sir. We've seen that kind of weird shit happen here with the mayor, ain't we? Somehow, I don't think he's going to get out of that, though. I just don't think so. But like again, you know, I could be totally wrong. We'll see how all this pans out. You guys are learning with me, so. You know, I mean, if he's a cop and he gets out of possession of 3 or 4 drugs, then we know it's a corrupt bullshit system, so we'll know what we have to fight against here. You know what I mean? You know, our problem doesn't really seem to be with the cops as much as it is with the local fucking courts. It seems like the judges and prosecutors and defense attorneys are the assholes of the bunch. Seems like they're the ones not really doing their fucking jobs. I'm just saying. Because the cops keep picking them up and taking them to jail, and the judges keep fucking turning them loose with a $25 fine and shit. So, you know, that seems to be what's going on, guys. You know, but we'll see how all this works out. I can't tell you how it's going to work because I don't know. And I know some people have tried to message me about certain things as if they think I have some kind of an authority here or something like I can walk into the police station and tell them how to fucking act, or that I can walk into the jail and tell them they better or better not do some shit. Well, you guys got to remember, they don't give a fuck about me. I'm Ironton Auditor on YouTube. That doesn't mean a fucking thing to the police, and it sure as hell doesn't mean anything to Sheriff's Department. They don't give a fuck who I am. They don't care what I'm doing, and they damn sure don't pay no attention to me. So I don't have any extra authority or words to use. You know, the only thing I have is a YouTube channel, and certain things making a live video about is not really going to help it, and sure ain't going to change someone's experience on the inside of that jail. So I hope that explains to a few people out there why I didn't jump on a couple things as they come my way, mainly because there's not much I can do about it anyway, you know. If I thought making a video about certain things would help, I would have done that, but I chose not to because I think it would only muddy the waters a little further, and I don't want to do that. All right, I think the rain's about quit now. I think. We'll see how it goes. Just rained enough to wet everything down a bit. For the moment, anyway. It's almost cooled off enough to have a cup of coffee now. I ain't had one of them since earlier today. It's just been too damn hot to drink coffee today. I'm an avid coffee drinker, but I can't drink it when the temperature's 90 degrees outside and I'm out in the sun. That's not when I drink coffee. I drink a lot of water, but no coffee. So definitely would like to get me a cup of that. Guys, I don't know that I'll stay out till 2 o'clock in the morning tonight. I probably won't. I'll probably call it a lot earlier. Just based on the fact that I'm wore out, guys. I'm a tired old man. I've done so many things in the last 2 or 3 weeks, and today was no different. I went to bed at about 3 a.m. this morning, and I got back up at 6. And I've been at it all day, so I went back to the house and took me a nap for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then I came out driving. So I'm not trying to whine, I'm just trying to give explanation. It's not an excuse, just an explanation as to why I'm a little tired and don't necessarily want to drive around all night. Well, that sure quieted things down a bit. There's all kinds of people out there earlier. I'd say that probably put them in the house for the night, most of them. Since it's already 9 o'clock, after that little bit of rain, run everybody back inside. Oh, I got to check this out and see what he said again there. Which says, I have never been in trouble, never in front of the judge. I was addicted to pain meds and stole $1,800 from my employer. I got 11 months, no questions asked. I bet he don't get what I got. Well, he didn't steal $1,800, I don't reckon. He stole the drugs, I think. At least I'm assuming certain things. I'm assuming that he took that either out of the evidence room or off people that he had stopped. I could be totally wrong. Maybe bought it off the guy they buy it from. I don't know, guys. You know, not quite the same as stealing, I suppose. However, possession and addiction, as far as that goes, usually if they're willing to go to a drug rehab program, If they agree in court to do that and the judge allows it, then they usually get off really easy and just have to go through like a 3 to 6 month rehab program. And then there is no prison, there is no jail. That all that shit's wiped clean, and as long as they stay clean, it's never brought back up again. So because he hasn't, because he doesn't have a history, because he ain't a hardened fucking criminal, because he's not a big thief, and all of that other stuff, then I'd say that there's no reason that the judge wouldn't be just as lenient with him as he would be with anybody else that's a first-time drug offender. So I'm assuming that you know, it's going to be a lot lighter than some people want. Some people want him to pay a big hefty penalty because he's a cop and all that, but he's not a cop anymore. He resigned from the force, so he's no longer a police officer. He's just a regular civilian, and regardless, he should pay the same. I have always said all he should have to pay is the same fucking price that each one of us would have to pay. So because I know that if I got caught with like meth or some shit and they took me in front of the judge is going to go really light and lenient with me because I am older, because I don't have a record, because, you know what I mean, because of all those reasons. And he's going to send me to a 3-month rehabilitation program, and that's going to be the end of it as long as I stay out of trouble, right? So I have to expect that that's probably what they're going to do with Brad Spalgeric, right? And it's not about what I want, it's about what's legal and what's right. And since they'll do that with everybody, then that makes it right. Whether we agree with it or not doesn't really matter. The point is, as long as he serves the same penalty that the rest of us do, then there's nothing that we can bitch about, even if we want to, right? That means the system worked, and that's how it's got to go, you know. So I know there's a lot of people that want to see him throw the book at him, but I don't think they will. I don't expect them to, you know. So there you go. Lisa said, didn't Spalgeric already get treated? I don't know, Lisa. I don't know. That's something I do not know. All I know is what's happening inside the court system itself. And since there's been no trial, I'm assuming there wasn't any court-ordered stuff. You know, that was nollied over to the Court of Common Pleas, and that's where it got picked up. And as far as I know, there's nothing court ordered, but he might have. And if he did, if he's already done that and he's already proven to be off the meth and keeping his nose clean, then that means it'll be wiped off. It'll be done. It'll be over with. You know, and some people are going to fucking hate that. And they're going to hate me because I defend it. And the reason I do is because he's no different than I am. He's no fucking different than I am. So if he gets caught with meth, he should suffer the same treatment. There you go. And that's the same treatment they would give me. I know it because I don't have a big criminal history, and I'm quite sure he didn't either. So, you know, I know that he's a cop, and I know that he should be held to a higher standard, and I agree, but that doesn't mean that he should be held to a worse form of punishment, because there is a difference between being held to a higher standard and being held to a worse form of punishment. Those two are not synonymous, and they're not the same fucking thing. So let's make sure that, you know, I hope that everybody understands what I'm saying out there, you know. Lisa said she thinks he went and got treatment on his own. Well, if he did that and he's got the proof of that, then that is fucking awesome. And stars and stripes to him, and I'm glad to hear it. I hope that actually happened. I hope that he's no longer on that shit, because I know meth will absolutely destroy lives and people. So hopefully he has been able to do that and clean himself up and you know, and go back to life, you know. Again, guys, I've said it many times, I don't have anything personal against Bradley Spalgeric at all. Why would I? I've never known him, right? I only knew him as a police sergeant here in town for most of the last year, right? So I don't have any personal issues with the man at all. The only issue I had was when he was arrested with meth being a cop. Of course, that doesn't make Bradley Spalgeric a bad guy. It just makes him a bad cop. You know, so that's the difference in it, and I hope everybody sees that I understand the difference between a personal life and a professional life, and I'm able to separate that where some people aren't so able to separate, you know. But so that's been a thing in court now. They are being more lenient on people in treatment. Right. Well, that's kind of I mean, it sounds good in the head. I don't know that it works in practical application, but it sounds good in the head. If somebody, for the first time, drug offender, gets caught with some shit and they get in trouble, it would be great if you could just wipe that off and that person doesn't get in trouble again, right? I mean, it sounds great, you know. And for some people, it really does work that way. I know a few people personally who have been through the court system in here because of drugs, and they stay off of them and have ever since. Rehab done them great, the court's done them great, and they live really great, productive lives, work every day. So, you know, I hope, it's my hope and prayer for Brad Spalgeric that he is able to turn this around and, you know, and go on with his life and be just fine for it, you know. He shouldn't have to pay every day for the rest of his life. You know, he has to go through court and do all the legal bullshit, but, you know, that's necessary. It's what's expected. So there you go, you know. Oh, hell, we can bitch about anything we want or anything. We've been watching you a long time now, right? Well, you know, I do a lot of bitching, but I also try to be fair with my bitching. You know what I mean? I try not to bitch about things I ain't got no right to bitch about. You know, I try to only complain and bitch about the things that I think that most people would, you know. Yeah, Lisa, that's what I've heard. Approximately 6. I don't know the exact number, but I did hear him say to the judge when he was in court that it was the worst 6 months of his life. So I'm assuming that it is round about that time when it is assumed that he was apparently on the drugs. So there you go. Kathy said Fubar thinks chasing nurses around is therapy. Well, I tell you what, if he can get up and chase them around the hospital, that is great exercise. I don't know if it's any good therapy, but it is great exercise. Alstrom, how you doing tonight? Good to see you out there, Alstrom. Where old APO at tonight? APO is at home. He said he had worked out in the sun too long today and wasn't feeling well, and he's going to stay home tonight. So that's where APO is. He is at home. Well, I wasn't expecting a rainstorm earlier, and I already told Greg up there at the gas station that they usually dump the coffee early because the only idiot that's coming in after 9 p.m. for coffee is generally me. And so I told him to go ahead and take care of it early, you know, like he normally does without me running. So I'm going to have to stop somewhere else to get that coffee, unfortunately. I didn't think it was going to cool off. It cooled down a pretty good bit after that rain, so at least for now. Making a good coffee drinking weather, so I'm going to grab me a cup up here. Yeah, guys, when I was in the courtroom with Brad, apparently somebody told him I was talking shit about him at the other court. I don't know what happened with that. I was there with someone who was talking shit about him, but I was not. I didn't say anything like that. I had questions, but I didn't say anything derogatory about Brad at all. I never have. You guys have heard everything I've said. I've said the same things to everybody, but somebody sitting behind us, and I won't get too far into it. For some reason, I think that she thought that because I was sitting there with that guy and he was talking to me, that I held the same opinion, which I do not. However, either way, he seemed a little perturbed at me over that because he thought I'd been talking some shit about him in the past. So hopefully somebody out there knows Brad and tells him that none of that shit's true and that I'm sorry that he thinks that, and it's just not true. Ain't no reason to hate me. I didn't do shit and didn't say shit, so, you know. But, you know, I mean, if he decides to hate me anyway, then fuck him. It don't matter. Hell, I ain't losing nothing. It ain't like we're friends. I just, you know, I don't need to make an enemy out of him, though. I wasn't trying to do that. But if he turns out to be an enemy, then fuck him. I don't really care. It's not really going to cost me anything. I'd just like for him to know that that shit's not true, that I wasn't talking shit, as he said, but, you know. So if anybody out there that's listening to me knows him and is able to tell him that, I would appreciate it if you did. Slide him that information just so he knows. But I don't hate him at all. I have no reason to. All right, guys. Oh shit, I came here anyway. I didn't mean to. They got the coffee down the street here. I'm pretty sure he's already done away with that. They usually do, and it's like I say, they just don't sell it. And they have like a thermos type pot, so they have to brew a lot at one time. And again, the only idiot buying coffee this late in the day generally is me. So my autopilot was on, made me go to the wrong gas station here. I was talking about Brad and drove right there. So you're right, Lisa. He, like when they ran, the cars. See that? I really thought Brad was going to be one of the best ones, guys. I truly did. I thought he's going to be a great guy, and I thought he and I were going to. Well, we did. We did have a great rapport established, and I thought that was going to go somewhere. But life happens, guys. Life happens. It always does. Life happens, and it changes shit. Sometimes it changes people and attitudes. But that's just life. You got to be ready for that. I think all of us in this chat are old enough to know that life can just come along and change any old fucking time at once, for sure. All right, guys, I'm here. I'm going to run in here and grab me a quick cup of coffee and use the restroom, and I will be right back, guys. So please give me just a minute. All right, guys. Sorry about that. Back with you again. Hot cup of coffee in hand. Now I feel more like Ironton Auditor. Got my coffee anyway. Makes the night seem a little different. Michigan crime time. How you doing out there tonight? It's good to see you, dear heart. I hope you're having a good Saturday night. Hope all is well for you and yours and your life. I sure do. Always well wishes. Another channel, guys, Michigan Crime Time. She covers a lot of the courts and things like that. If you like to watch that, sometimes I do. Old Judge Simpson and all those guys, she highlights all that. It's a good time on her channel, so go check that out. Michigan Crime Time. Somebody throw that link in out there so that they have it. There you go. She said she had not a great past 2 weeks. Well, I'm sorry. I apologize. My last 2 or 3 weeks have actually been really busy. They actually have been kind of great at the end of it, but I was very busy through them. So I'm sorry yours has been kind of crappy. Righty. Do we still have Roseanne out there with me tonight? Roseanne Mossman, you still out there in the chat somewhere? I assume you are. There you go. She said she's doing better now. Definitely on the mend. Well, that's great to hear, always. I like to hear when everybody's doing better instead of worse, for sure. Yep, there's Roseanne. I see her name pop in out there. I'm going to go down here and cross the bridge. I just wanted to make sure you were with me before I did that, Roseanne. Go get our nightly bridge crossing in. Make sure that goofy little prick ain't waiting on us on the other side. If he is, we'll have to get out and bust his ass. You guys know how that works. I had to bend him over my knee and take a belt to him. Teach him something. Learn him a lesson or two. As my aunt used to say, what did that learn you? Yeah. Be surprised what shit in life will learn you. You learn a lot of shit if you're paying attention, especially when it hurts. Dakota said, did APO resign from being Terry's co-pilot? I think he's getting tired of traveling empty streets too, Dakota. I don't think it's a lot of fun for him like it is, you know. Driving around is not really that much fun for me. I don't really enjoy this. I don't really enjoy getting out and videoing the police officers on their stops. I'll be honest, it's not really something I do because I enjoy doing it. What I do it for is because I enjoy being with you all. That's the reason I do it. It's just because you all are wonderful. I love to be out with you and have the talk. So that's why I do it, you know, which is why I'm trying to get an alternate way of doing that on my other channel here soon. I know I keep talking about it a lot, guys. I've got great plans. I want to get my ducks in a row before I go, because I'm really hoping it's going to be something, you know, I'm really thinking y'all are going to like it. So, but I want to make it right before I do it. I don't want to half-ass it. So it's taken me a little longer than I wanted, but we'll get it. Cody said she actually enjoyed APO's Racks video. Yeah, they got a lot of the old pictures and a lot of they even got newspaper articles, all kinds of stuff in there from way the hell back when. So they got a little bit of history on the walls in that store. Yes, and for Nicody and Jason, yes, they was there eating. Of course, it is a restaurant. If you don't know what Rack's restaurant is, there used to be a national chain, but somewhere along the lines of 25 years ago or so, they were bought out by Wendy's, who turned all of the Rack's restaurants either into Wendy's or Tim Hortons. And so there's only a handful of them left, and they're all owned by the same guy now, since there is no national corporation anymore. He is the owner and licensor of Rack's Restaurants, and he is, of course, has one here in town. But used to be a national fast food chain. So yeah, they were in there eating, but after they got done eating, I assume, or before they did, he'd gotten up and walked around the place and showed you some of the things on the walls, the pictures and the sales ads, things like that. So they have a lot of history up on the walls in there. Because he can hang it on the wall, since there's no national chain telling him what he can and can't do. He decided to go with irons in history, and I'll back him on that any day. Keith Robish, how you doing tonight, Keith? Good to see you out there, sir. Hope you're having a good Saturday where you're at, having a good evening, you and yours. Sir Zeus Icon, how you doing tonight, sir? Good to see you out there, Zeus. I'm glad you're here. Hopefully you and yours are having a good Saturday where you are. Yes, as Nicody says, welcome to the Commonwealth of Kentucky. You are now in it. You just crossed that state line. We are now right outside of Russell, Kentucky, which is only a couple minutes down the road from Ashland, Kentucky, which is probably the closest, biggest city to me. Not that it is indeed huge, because it's not, but it's a hell of a lot bigger than Ironton, we'll say. Closest thing we have to a big city that's that close until you get to Huntington, West Virginia. I don't know, Jason, what did Amy make for dinner tonight? Dark Watch is asking, did I do the bridge for Roseanne yet tonight? Have you been watching Dark Watch? What are you missing here, sir? We literally just crossed it. I'm getting ready to go back across it right now, man. Open your eyes, sir. Open your eyes. Oh, chicken and dumplings. That sounds great. Were they homemade? Because I love homemade chicken and dumplings. Live stream from this last Thursday, the 15th. I'll be covering evidentiary hearing. It will be good. I got you, and I will. I'll go check that out. As soon as I can grab a couple seconds to throw together, I will surely do that. Time is not my friend, however, but I will do that. Hey, Zeus, while I've got you here, sir, how do I send that picture to you to finish those graphics? How do you want me to send it to you? So you decide how you want to get it. And if I need to save it in a particular format or something, you'll need to tell me that, and I'll make sure that gets done, sir. Because I'm going to be sending you that, and the of course the money for the graphics that you're going to do, so that I can get that up and going and get this other show off the ground and on the road, man. Get some air under them wings. Back in Ohio. Back into Ironton. Welcome back. I would call it the City of Lights because it's got a bunch, but I think I'll call it the City of Potholes. It's got a few more of them. They're filling them in though, guys. It's getting better. Have you noticed? As we've been out driving tonight, definitely getting a little bit better. And Cody said, "Yeah, I don't hear your car dropping tires." Right? Ain't tearing the bottom end out anymore. At least not for the most part. They have definitely fixed up some places in here. So, good job, Ironton. Good job, City Council and Mayor, and of course our grant writer. Who wrote the grant proposals and everything to get the money to do that. So, kudos to all those. That's all coming together quite nicely. Well, that sounds fun, Jason. I'll leave that up to Eugene. That'll be between him and Chili. I'll leave that right there. Zeus says, just drop it in Discord. Do you need it saved in a certain format or anything, sir? Or you just want me to take it in whatever format it is and send it to you? I don't know what you need, so I don't know if it matters. I know some people it does, depending on what they're doing. If only I knew the shit that you knew to do what you do. But I don't, so that's why I have to ask the questions. Michigan Crime Time says, dang it, Terry, I just looked and you were almost 6 hours from me. I'd love to come and ride with you sometime. That would be absolutely awesome and amazing. You're always welcome. The offer is always open, of course. I know that 6 hour travel sounds like a long way, but it's not really. I drove out to Virginia. It was 6.5 hours. I went out to visit Sovereign Soul, Unchained Mind, and Naughty Hippo out there, his wife. We had a great time. If you're coming down this way, though, Michigan Crime Time, grab Queen Bee. She's up there somewhere, and Debos Nation, we'll get him down from Canada to meet you there. Hell, y'all come down. We'll just have us a good old-fashioned YouTube reunion. We'll all get together. Preferably JPEG, but I can work with almost any format. Conversion isn't too difficult. Okay, I got you. I wasn't sure. I didn't know. That's why I asked. Make sure that I send you something you can use. James says, just patchwork. South Point streets suck unless you like testing your shocks. Well, that's what I was doing in here, Shane. That's for sure. And hello, and good to see you, by the way. Hope you're having a good Saturday night out there. Yeah, I've been putting this car through the stress test on these streets for the last year. But they're definitely just patching it, but at least they're patching some of the worst spots. So it is getting better. I'll give them that. It's not like a complete repave, of course, but that would be, Jesus, I don't even know how much money that would cost. Probably more than the city's worth. Probably couldn't sell it to get enough. Zeus said he's saving up for a drone, needs all the work he can get. Guys, if you need help with graphics, with logos, with anything like that, animated or not, talk to Zeus Zyklin. Hit him up. He's the guy to talk to. He's really good, really cool with that, and he has great ideas. He's the one that made my logo, took the old logo and turned it into what you see today. So not that there was anything wrong with my old logo, because there wasn't. I loved it. I still do. I still use it. It's a badass logo. But he updated it and made it even more badass. So there you go. And once you guys see the I hope once you see the graphic that he's done for the new show on the other channel, you'll see a little bit different of his work there, and he's definitely worth the time, effort, and money. So if you need help with something like that, Sir Zeus is your guy. Says no one would be able to get a word in edgewise. You talking about me? You're probably right. I hardly ever shut the hell up. You're probably right. I do tend to talk a lot. She said, no, I mean, if we all got together. Well, that would be the problem, would be me if we all got together. That's exactly what I'm talking about. You guys see how much I talk, and I'm absolutely alone in the damn car. Imagine if I had a room full of people to talk to. I know what you meant. I just thought that was funny. Because, you know, my mother's always said if I shut my mouth for more than 5 minutes at a time, I'd probably blow my asshole out, because that hot air's got to come out somewhere. And I'd say, you know, I love my mother. I disagree with her a lot, but she's probably right, you know. She does know me pretty well, just saying. Since she's been my mother since I was born, you know. Mothers are like that. They know more than we'd like them to. Jason said, did you see the address I gave? No, I didn't see an address, Jason. What is there an address for? I didn't see an address, sir. Scroll back here if I can. No, I didn't see an address, Jason. I still don't. I'm not sure where that went or where it was. I didn't see it, though. North 3rd Street. Okay, what about North 3rd Street? Talking about an address, but what for? Is that where the cops are or something? North 3rd Street? Of course, I'm all the way up here on the other end of town. I usually am. White dump truck, middle of the road, huh? Well, I'm headed that way. We'll see. North 3rd. It's going to take me a minute to get there. Fuck, I'm all the way up here where the old hospital used to be. Here by the old Staley's building and shit. But I'm headed that direction. Shane says, what's up with Chad Goo and the channel, or do you know? Well, I don't know. He did a video a while back, it's been a few months back, said that he was going to he was really going to quit and wasn't going to do much. And then he done a couple here recently, and you know, I'm trying to get him back to it. I'd like to get him back to some kind of a, not even regular, but just some kind of streaming so that we can see him every now and then. But as far as what's going on in his life, I don't know. I don't. I do consider him a friend, but we're not like besties or nothing. We don't, you know, I don't go to his house. He's never been to mine. We, you know, I've been to his house once because I fixed his truck, but you know, we don't hang out. We don't talk on the phone and shit. So, you know, I don't have all those details, Shane. I wish I did, but I don't, sir. However, I think, oh, well, I know he's going to come onto my channel. I've already talked with him about that. He said absolutely he'd have no problems with that. So we'll get him on there, I hope, and hopefully we can spur him a little bit and nudge him, and he'll get the hankering and want to do it some more, because I liked having him on there too. Jason said, good video of the lightning. Well, I'm glad you got to see it, man. You watch this video back, you'll probably see quite a few bolts here and there. I know I've seen quite a few. I just don't know if the camera was able to see them all. They use power, he said. When you don't have any, they randomly shut off. Right, Zeus? You'll have that. Damn sure we'll have that. Let's see, I believe Jason said North 3rd Street. I am on 3rd Street, headed north right now. I don't see shit down here, so it's definitely not on this end of North 3rd. Unless it's up on the north end of town, or whatever the hell it was is already gone, which happens a lot, guys. By the time I can get from one end of town to the other, it's usually gone. You guys know how that shit works. Hell, you've been with me a while. Yeah, there's definitely nothing happening on this end. And there you go. This is North 3rd Street right here, at least a small piece of it. I assume there might be a piece of it up on the north end, but this is it, and there ain't nothing happening here, so whatever it was is either gone or it was a head up on the north end, one or the other. But that is definitely, or there is definitely nothing happening here at the moment. Fubar saying hopefully tomorrow they'll let him out. I hope so, sir. I hope that means you're good enough to go back at it, man, because you had us all a little worried about you, sir, to be honest. I don't like to worry, but you know, you have me a little worried about you, sir. Just saying. And I'm pretty sure that I wasn't the only one. I think there's a lot of them out there that were quite worried about you. I know they expressed their worry to me. I assume they did to you. I think it's amazing the group of people that we have here, the wonderful people, and the camaraderie and emotional support that you all can provide is absolutely amazing. So thank you all for being you out there, and thanks for being part of us. Thanks for being here. Lisa said, listening while in tub. Well, make sure you don't accidentally hit the camera button. Somebody got a tail light out. If they know that, I don't know where they're going. If they stop out here, I'll let them know their tail light's out. Tail light, brake light. So here, guys, I'm going to pull in and let them know they have a light out. I'll be right back, guys. Let me let them know. Oh. All right, guys, they now know. She said she knew, which most people usually do. Said her dad was fixing it. It's a younger girl. To me, it looks like a kid. You know, she looks very young. Old enough to drive, evidently, or at least I hope so. She's driving, so there you go. Everybody looks young to me these days. I'm just an old man, you know. They all look young. Shit, when you're 50, somebody is 30 looks incredibly young, you know. Yes, Nakoti, it is extremely quiet here tonight. I don't think there's going to be everybody went in when it started raining. I think it quieted down a pretty good bit, you know. So we've been going almost 3 hours, and I told y'all that I probably wouldn't stay out too awful long, and I'm probably going to go ahead and call it here in a few minutes and just do it at 3 hours. Still tired from today, guys. I'm sorry. I've been working my what little bit of ass I had left probably done fell off. I've been working hard the last 2 or 3 weeks, working on a lot of different things, not only around my own personal house, but other people's stuff. I've helped out a lot. And I'm just kind of tired, guys. I'm getting older, and as I get older, I get tired more easy, and it's harder to bounce back from that, you know. So I'll get back to some sort of normalcy on this channel at some point here, and it should be starting tonight, you know. But guys, I'm just wore out, you know. I've got other stuff I got to get done this week. You know, it ain't going to settle down anytime soon. But I'm hoping, as far as Ironton Auditor is concerned, that I'll be getting that straightened out, and we'll have a little, you know, we'll get back to some sort of a schedule and normalcy here, so y'all know where to find me. And I'm sorry I just kind of ditched y'all the last couple of weeks. It wasn't what I meant to do. I just had to get shit done. Y'all know how it works. So, you know, unfortunately, the personal life and the responsibilities have to come first, and YouTube's always second. So it's not that you guys aren't worth enough. It's just I have to have the opportunity and the time. So Nicody said, when did you get so old, Terry? I don't know, Nicody. I don't know when it happened. In my head, I still feel like I'm 14 or 15 years old, but, you know, my body lets me know that I'm not, I'll be honest. You know, and it's not that I'm that old, but my body is tired. It gets more tired the older I get. You know what I mean? So anyway, guys, Fubar said, when have you ever been normal? Well, I never have. I'm trying to get the channel to normalcy, Fubar, not myself. I don't think I'll ever be considered normal. But guys, I had a great time. Thank you for being here, guys. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me. I wish I could tell you how happy it makes me to spend time with you. And I wish I felt like doing this, you know, until 2 in the morning like I usually do. I'm gonna kind of puss out just because I'm tired. You know, my body's sore. I've been weed eating and building and doing all kinds of stuff, using muscles that I don't use every day, and I'm sore, you know, and it makes me grumpy and shit. So I'm going to go home and have a good sit down, a hot cup of coffee, and sit down with Della and talk to her a bit and spend some time with her. And guys, I just want to say thanks for being here. I appreciate you all. You know I love each and every one of you. And guys, for the night, Ironton Auditor out, and I'll catch you all in the next run. Y'all have a great, great night.